Hey everyone, welcome to the Quadcast. For context, this podcast you're about to watch was filmed just after Lando's Monaco win. He's had Silverstone win, Hungary win, and a few weekends, and we're at the summer break now. So just thought we'd let you guys know that for context's sake, and enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay, let's get comfy. Ooh, why are you doing that to me?
Well, I did not do anything.
I can't even do the intro properly. Today we are joined by Quadrant founder and Formula One driver on the weekends, Mr. Lando Norris.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Hey.
You're our first guest. How do you feel?
Oh, what a privilege.
Do you feel honoured?
I do.
Good.
I thought I like to be here and not have to ask questions.
Can I have the first question?
Go ahead, please.
How long have you two known each other?
Oh, wow. 20... It'll be like 2012.
2012, yeah.
Probably end of like 2012.
Yeah, because we would have
It's a long
started
time.
testing.
Our
with the
first
new
year
team.
together was 2013.
Yeah. So end of 2012, we started practicing together with the team that we were joining for the year after.
That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
That's a really long
12
time.
years.
I remember
Wow.
seeing you on track probably 2 years before that, like 2010.
Probably winning or something.
It was at PFI years ago. I just
Then
came.
probably not.
No. I came back over from Singapore for the first time to do some driving in the UK, and you were in that little the Coma Cadets Hondas, like tiny.
2010?
2010
Yeah.
or 09 even.
Yeah. Well,
Like
okay.
tiny. It was your first helmet, the chrome one with the orange, and you were
Wow.
God,
that big.
This is getting a bit spooky now, Max.
That's
No, but I remember.
way
No,
back.
but and you were winning. You won that weekend or something.
No, not possible. And when in my first 4 years of racing, I didn't win a race.
Well, I don't know. You were
Rough
that.
start, guys. It was a rough
You were
start.
that big, and I saw you driving around.
Yeah, wow. I probably doubled in height since then.
You were. I was like just more amazed at how small you were. I was like, "Who's that?"
I was tiny.
Like teeny tiny.
Yeah, like tiny. There's a picture of us. I remember 2014.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah, there's a
essay
picture of you and me. Yeah.
with the same age.
Final
And
year
I am
karting.
like double his height. I have him like round my arm, and he's like down here.
That's quite sweet.
Yeah.
And then you've been friends ever since.
Max looked like an athlete back then.
And you're saying not now?
I didn't say that. I just
What do you
said
mean?
back then he looks like an athlete.
Been working on
Well,
it
for this
last 6 months.
podcast, should we all get on? Yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
Nice.
I'll give him 30 minutes of it. Nice.
Okay, that'll do. That's all we need.
Okay.
Should we discuss our set?
Yeah.
Let's.
Is
Should I
this the
start?
first
Do you
time
know
everyone
what's
else is
going
seeing
on?
it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's complete.
It's a big moment.
It's a big moment.
So the set, we have a lot of inspiration and things from our athletes. So we've obviously got your helmet from Singapore. We've got Fabio Quartararo's. We've got Ivan's helmet, another one of your helmets. We've got Keegan's skateboard over there. We've got Lotta's jersey. So she got an invite and raced with that against the guys in Ep.2. So awesome jersey. This is like a little sneak peek what you're wearing. It's coming
Yes.
soon. And then obviously we've got more Quadrant themed stuff. We actually got the boots from Japan here as well. Come on.
I have my race
I was
boots.
thinking what the smell is coming from this corner, but anyway.
Champagne.
And then we've got picture of Bianca racing and Mr. Oliver Solberg, which looks like
Mr. Solberg.
rally in
The
Africa.
action photo.
It's very cool.
So yeah,
What's this middle one? The one with the gloves.
that's just an artwork.
Oh, I like
It's
it.
cool artwork, isn't
It's
it?
like holding Quadrant.
Should we tell you what this podcast is about? Do
Go
you know
on.
what this podcast is
No,
about?
I want to test you guys.
Great answer there.
Interesting.
Great answer.
Well, we can tell you.
Okay.
If you
I
want
know,
a
but
refresh.
let's explain to everyone.
Well, we're going to talk to athletes,
Yeah,
people in the motorsport world, about what they do,
Sure.
other than racing.
that includes motorbike riders.
Yeah,
Everything.
Hopefully F1 drivers.
yeah.
Rally drivers.
Yeah.
Sports
whole
car.
shebang.
All of it.
And then also maybe some people that aren't athletes as well.
Yeah.
So like F1 presenters, people that work,
Alright,
let's say
alright.
strategy, for example.
Yes.
'Cause there's lots of jobs, there's
Yeah.
lots of roles.
Yes.
Hundreds of people in the paddock. So.
Yeah, we
That's
want to
true.
know what they're doing when they're not in the paddock.
And it all starts here today.
Yeah.
It does.
One of my-
Day one.
Oh, that's cool.
Day one.
Man.
Day one.
So shall we do some quizzing? What
Okay.
Lando likes to do when he's not racing.
Get to know me.
Yeah. Can I have a question, please? I mean, I realise I've had several, but I'm going to have
Please,
another.
I probably know a few of the answers. So you crack on.
Why does everyone play golf? Why is that a thing?
Are you against golf?
Why?
I played golf.
Okay, cool.
I briefly played golf. I had clubs and everything. But why does everyone do it? Why is it like a trend?
Great question. I think it genuinely is one of the hardest sports. I've not tried every sport, so maybe I can't say that, but I think a lot of people say it, that it's one of the hardest sports to do. And it's like you get such an instant reaction from your shot that you get like an instant amount of relief, or not relief, like joy that you hit a good shot, or like disappointment that you messed it up. And within like a minute, you'll have another chance to make amends and try and get that joy. And I don't know why, it's such an amazing feeling from hitting a good shot.
Well, it is, yeah.
It's
incredible.
As well, like with F1, if you get it wrong, it can be quite disastrous. So you've got to be really focused, and you can't really test it too much. Whereas with golf, like if you get it wrong, the worst thing it's going to be is hit a bad shot. So you kind of have that. You can be a bit more
debatable,
loose with it.
I'd say
sometimes I'm more sad to lose a Pro V1 into a bush or a bowl of water than
crash the car.
Yeah, I'd say
I don't
golf's more
think you should say
disastrous.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're very different sports.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like golf is still relaxing compared to my sport. So yeah, it's a completely different kind of mind. The mindset, I would say, is the same. It's the how well can you come back from, making an error, making a mistake. How close can you be to perfect? How can you be like consistent? So I think the mindset you need is very similar. It's just different. It's a much slower game of something. But I think the main thing, the best part of it is it's competitive. Yeah. So no matter
all like ridiculously competitive in everything you do.
I think so. I think we are.
Do you think
we are? It gets really bad on the
It
golf
gets
course.
a bit. Sometimes you always think we might not be friends.
like nasty?
Yeah.
We've not spoke to each other. We'll be in the same golf buggy. We won't talk to each other for like an
Really?
hour.
Yeah.
Well, because one of you has done better.
Yeah,
than
or just one's
doing
having a bad
really well,
day.
one's having a
and
bad day.
Then they rub it in.
Ooh.
And then it starts to get a bit. Yeah,
That's quite
really
mean
bad.
at that point.
yeah, but that's.
No, but as soon as we finish, then it's all right.
Then it's fine,
Yeah,
and
we have a
everyone
little
is-
laugh at the guy who lost,
Wow.
and then
My next question: why does everyone also play paddle now?
Similar thing, I think.
Just
Like there's
great
four of
vibes.
you have a great game. I think it's quite an easy sport to get into.
yeah.
But it's again just like 2v2. I don't know, it's very accessible. Like I want to do tennis, I want to try I want to try more sports.
Question:
But it seems they're much hard. Like tennis, I think is harder than paddle.
Yeah, it's really.
how do you have time to do all of that? Like, do you have the mental space? Like, I don't get how you have the mental space to take up another sport and like put your all into another sport.
But I don't think I want to put more into doing the things I do, like golf or paddle. But I think because I have little time off. But like let's say during a European race week, I'll still have, like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, which is sort of like 3 days. Obviously, some weeks then I'll have sim work to do. I'll have marketing days, so sometimes it might only be 1 day off. Sometimes it can be up to 3. But because for me it's a relaxation, going to do these other things. It's not like it's stressing me out or, it's not like it's too much. Like for me, it's actually, it takes my mind away so much from racing. As much as it's fun and competitive, it takes my mind away from the bad things of my actual job, which is the racing and Formula 1. So it's a good thing for me to do. Yeah. It's not just to go and have a laugh.
And when you say F1 is your job, do you see yourself like, is it you? Like, are you a racing driver and that's you, or is it your job?
No, I don't. I've said like in loads of interviews, it can't be it's not a job.
So it is you.
Especially the driving part's not the job. The other bits are maybe the job. The driving bit is it's me because that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. Like
always? Like even when you were like teeny tiny?
No. Started off on horses.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I was a natural.
Do the Silverstone or Ascot.
I was a natural. I hated it. I moved on.
Do you have a little Shetland
I was
pony?
tiny. No, they were like horses.
No, they weren't.
If that
Yeah,
started
it
running
was.
with you when you were that big, you
It
just bounce off
Imagine
the
me,
back.
mate. I'm like, woo! I'm not touching the saddle. So I started off like this. I was 3 years old or something. Yeah, but that didn't last long. Then I got a little quad bike, I think it was like an electric quad bike. And I had that, and that's like my first taste of driving. My dad sold it, so they got stolen. He sold it because it was too dangerous on. I was going like 2 wheels everywhere. He said, "Yeah, someone's taken it." He got rid of it. So that was sad. And then apparently it was a lot safer to ride a motocross bike. So I think for like 6, my brother had it. Then he got passed to me. Like the little Yamaha, the 50cc.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where then more things started. And because I love MotoGP, loved Valentino Rossi. And he was like the big reason why a lot of things started. And then all progressed from there. Then I started watching on TV. Then I got into motor racing, 4 wheels, 2 wheels, all of it. Eventually karting, went to go watch a race, wanted to have a go. So I've always enjoyed it. And I think, when you're like 7, 6, 5 years old, all the way to probably when I was 13, I only ever did it because, especially the karting world, it's so like you're there with mates and friends, you're making new friends.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
You're only doing it because it's fun, not because, in Formula One, you're going to live a crazy cool life and get paid well and do all those things. I just did it because I loved it. Now all these other things are bonuses of doing something that I love to do.
Yeah.
So I know how lucky I am to do that. Obviously, the bit I'm not as natural with is all the behind the scenes stuff. It's the interviews, the marketing. Like, that's a bit more of the job. The racing and the driving is not the job. The rest of it probably is, because it's not something comparing to race, because I love that so much. Anything comparing to racing is hard for me to enjoy because of the enjoyment I get from driving. So that's a little bit more of the job, is the talking to people and stuff, because it's not natural for me. I'm not like the most social guy. So I always found that quite difficult. And it's still something like I'm not always comfortable with now, but I've done it for years now. So I may look like I am, but deep down, sometimes I struggle with some of those moments, So yeah, that's the trickier part for me. The driving is, it's the best job in the world because I'm employed, but I've always done it my whole life because I love to do it, not because I...
Yeah.
And you still have that love. Like when you get in the car, you still feel that.
Yeah, I think it's like, it's different. I think deep down I have it. Sometimes it's a bit harder to always realize it because you're so focused and you're always thinking, how can I do better? How can I improve? You're working with your team. There's pressure, there's nerves. In the end of the day, I'm still doing it because I love it. Yeah. But I know I have like the whole team who are making the car behind, like watching me, expecting me to go out and do well. Then it changes things a little bit because then you almost at times forget about just going out and enjoying it. And that's, I think, sometimes where I've gone a bit wrong is I kind of get too far away from the reason why I do it.
Yeah.
Which is maybe easier for some people than others, like to kind of drift away from. But and I think that it's easy to do. When you're so like in it and you care so much about it, you kind of lose track of the whole reason why you're there in the first place. But then you always have those moments when you're like, okay, come back to reality, and I'm doing it because I love it. And then you have to remind yourself. I've had to remind myself of those kind of things, even as glorious and as cool as it always is. Sometimes when you're so into it, you're so focused on what you're doing, you kind of forget sometimes the more obvious, easy things that are often the most important things to remember.
I found that when I was going up through the ranks, I found it just got less fun every step up.
Yeah.
And like now that I've stopped racing,
but I don't think it doesn't get less fun. Your perception shifts of work and focus over it in like pure enjoyment.
You're so engulfed in that world, and then you get to like when I was in F3, it's just you start looking up to Formula One, and it's the only thing that's in your brain.
Yeah.
And it like takes over your whole life. Now I've taken a step back and I don't race anymore, and I look back at all the memories. I'm like, wow, what I was doing was actually
cool.
So cool.
Crazy.
So cool.
But I never said that to myself when I was actually racing.
Because you're always looking for that one.
I was just like stressed or thinking about the championship, the next race, the pleasing sponsors, so.
And you also don't want to just go into it and go, I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Because you want to prove you're the best. You want to prove you're better than the others. You want to prove like you deserve to be in that seat. I can't just go around saying, I'm just doing it for fun. Like it's a cool thing to say.
Sponsors are like, wait a minute.
But like that doesn't give the perception or show you like people that you're almost caring as much as what you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's
hard to
it's not.
balance.
I don't think not enjoying it. It's just your mind is so taken over by how to become a better driver, and you have so many like worries of why did I make this mistake? Why have I messed that up? Why did I not drive as well as this other guy? Whatever it is, you're so engulfed by those things. You forget like that one thing. But I still like it's the like I said, it's the best job I think in the world.
It's the coolest job in the world.
And I always know like how lucky I am. So I'm not complaining of that at all. It's just when you're so focused and you're so driven to be the best and to improve and to prove yourself to others, you kind of disconnect from that feeling at times.
It's like you forget sometimes. You never take that step back and go. Say you had a horrible weekend, but you never take that step back and go, well, if I told my 17-year-old self I'd be 10 points off the championship or leading the championship, I just won in Monaco.
Yeah, because it's like relative to the moment you're in.
He would have grabbed that situation and gone, take me to that moment right now. But you may get home and be
like now, right?
All depressed.
If I finish second in the race,
you're annoyed.
I'm like, worst weekend ever, right? But for anyone else in the world probably seeing it, they're like, wow, that's crazy cool.
Well, you told the kid in karting, you just finished second, by the way, in Spain, mate. So, like, amazing.
I know. Like, that's awesome. That's the outsider perception. But inside, you're relative to what was good for you on that day. What was your goal, your objective? What would have given you that joy? Was winning the race. So when you're second, then I'm like,
But I think also because athletes are so highly competitive naturally, that you're constantly competing with yourself, and it's so immediate.
I think it is.
You look at how you did last week or the day before or the session before, and it's natural.
Because you set your own goals for like each session, right?
That was my question as well. What is your goal? Because obviously you were saying you move up through the ranks, you hit F1.
Yeah.
Then what? Do you go, okay, I want to be world champion. Okay, now I want to do it twice.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Or is it not healthy to set those goals? Would you rather just play it week by week, race by race?
Like,
that's definitely what I do now.
How did you approach that first weekend? Because obviously you get to F1, that's the dream.
Yeah.
It's a load of happiness and celebration in a way.
Yeah.
But then you get to the track that first day and it's like, I've got to keep myself here now.
Yeah.
This is actually really serious.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the
balance that
20 drivers in the world, and then I'm one of them.
Yeah.
There's so many that want to be in your seat and have that opportunity. So there's always going to be like the pressure of just knowing that. Like, I got to where I am, but there's plenty more people who are trying to take it away from you, right? So you've always got it's not like you can start to slack off a little bit. You've always got to be on the front foot and be improving and proving yourself. But yeah, I don't know. I can't like Australia. When my first ever race was like, that was just a lot. There is so much going through your head.
New world. You're like, wow.
Everything's just like scary.
Did you cry?
No, I don't get emotional.
Really?
No, like
Even,
sometimes
like,
I want to cry and I can't.
You could just have a little cry.
No, I can't. I don't.
That is pretty.
Really?
Like, pretty closed down.
Like Miami, I wanted to cry. I just couldn't. Because I thought,
really,
it looked cool, wouldn't it, if I'm crying? I just couldn't cry. I was just.
There's a lot of other emotions going on. It's just like.
The actually only emotional moment I had was pole in Monaco.
Why was it so emotional?
Just because sometimes proving to myself that I can do it is like that's how I've always been my whole life. You see so like a lot of things majority of things are like mental, and that's the tough side. That's almost the toughest side of everything. So for me, like the happiness comes from when I prove something to myself. That's how I've always been driven and how I've always I feel like succeeded, because I've never had any false beliefs of anything. So when I kind of, when you have like a trend of certain things, and I was like this year, so my qualifyings have been a bit worse than they have been in the previous years, and I've struggled just a little bit more. Then of course every now and then you question yourself a little bit, like I do. That's just the honest side. Is like I'm like, damn, am I just not as good as what I was last year, or have I lost a little bit, or is it because I'm not getting the correct feelings, And then when I'm realistic, then I'm like, well, I'm against the best guys in the world. Like I'm in
if it's not
I'm in the top thing in the world against
yeah.
the best drivers in the world. Things aren't perfect. I'm not going to be on pole. I'm not going to be in the position I want to be. And I question myself. It's not that I don't believe in myself.
You just question.
It's just I question it.
The thoughts they creep in,
and the thoughts there, which
you
is
have
not
to
always
try and just no.
And I don't think it's a bad question to have.
No.
As long as you turn it into a good thing.
Yeah.
You turn it into a positive thing.
Use it to
and you're
motivate
like, okay, let's look into it. Let's see what you're doing differently to last year. Why are things not as good? Which is the trickier part. It's like having whatever thought you have, but turning it into a positive thing and not a negative thing. And I had those questions for a little bit, a little while.
Yeah.
So when I went to Monaco, the trickiest one of the year, like, so many things it can just go so easily wrong. You misjudge something, but like that,
and
you're in the wall, out.
Game over.
Game over, at the speeds you do, and it's crazy. I wish I could give people the perception of being in the car, like with the helmet on, sitting there, especially in Q3, like run 2, you're just like,
you have to ramp it up.
I'm screaming in the helmet because I'm like, it's so crazy. Onboards and nothing does it justice, and it's cool because I'm like, I'm one of few people in the world that get to experience that. But I'm also like, I wish other people got to experience it, so they can realize what it's like
and how they can understand it.
How nuts and difficult it is. Because the onboards look easy. Like you look at it, you're like, I felt like I was about to shun into the wall.
I drove around there in Formula Renault, and you watch them go past. They're like this, and I was like, whoa, the whole time.
So it's a frustrating, but
F1.
Monaco is like that one place. Qualifying is the most important thing in the world, and I went out and improved. Like, I've still got it.
Yeah, you can.
And then I proved to myself. Then I'm like, damn, I have still got it, and like that was just a very cool moment for me.
Yeah.
But of course, I think everyone's different. Like you have those people are just like, wake up in the morning, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do those things. And I try to do some of those things, but everyone has their own way of doing things.
Just finding what works for you.
And I think that is the thing. You got to find out what motivates you, what pushes you, how to get in that correct headspace. Because I think it's very important. And it's easy to overlook all of those things because a lot of my career, I was like I was very gifted with just being able to go out and drive very quickly, and that worked for a lot of my career. But it kind of doesn't run out. But the higher up the order you go, F2 or Formula Renault, F4, F3, F2, you're going against better and better people who rely less and less on their just abilities and more on how can you work to become the best driver.
I think that's what also added to probably this year the frustration with qualifying. Like your whole career, you've always been like rapid in qualifying.
Yeah, I know.
Like I remember when we were 13, I'd come in, I'd look at the sheet, I was like, whatever, mate. Like, I don't know how he'd just done that, but like that's never been an issue for you. So I think it was another like first time of.
But it's cool. It's interesting stuff. Like when you like now we're talking about it a little bit, but I think what I find really interesting is learning about that from other people, other athletes, in understanding what they think. How do they feel? What do they think of? What drives them? And it's pretty crazy, like what different people, how they just live their life.
Yeah.
Like I that's one of my coolest things. Like if I was, like I would love to be on that side of the sofa, then seeing what other drivers and other athletes, maybe not other drivers, other athletes in all different sports, like what makes them tick and what motivates them. How do they get through those moments? Like that fascinates me.
I'll
join. I'll come
and watch the next few episodes. This will always be open.
Can I ask you some non-racing questions?
Yeah, that's the best. Let's get into the non-racing stuff.
Do you actually like cars? Because I get a feeling that some F1 drivers like F1 driving, but are not bothered about cars, like normal cars.
Yeah, I love cars.
Like so much.
Yes.
How many cars do you have?
Too many.
Roughly. Ballpark figure.
I think 3 arrived today, didn't they?
I sold some recently, so numbers gone down. Well done, thank you. I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
Take 5 off, it's fine.
Okay. 16?
Shut up.
I don't want to come across like
Yeah, but you love them. Like it's
I don't think I've even got 16 pairs of socks.
I mean, I've got 4, and I thought that was pretty good.
That is pretty good.
You got 4
Thank
cars.
you so much, Max. Thank
What's
you.
your favourite
go.
one that you've got?
My Range Rover. £800 it cost me.
Really?
L322.
You know, for our golf trip, we've been looking at cars.
We have.
L322.
We've been looking at how can we do a road trip on the least amount of money possible.
That's new to me.
Well, me and Ed have been discussing it.
Okay, so
We're not
are we intense?
So we've been on Auto Trader looking at the cheapest
Are we going to do that
cars.
idea we said, actually? 1 car each? Really?
I think it's a cool idea.
Get
We should get these guys to film it.
I'm going to ask you what car I should get for the trip.
Like either
would.
we're going to do it all in
You're gonna help
4
me
of
out.
us, golf trip, like a week in a camper van.
Ooh,
Like I don't mean an RV.
a little one.
That's way too cool. A little camper van.
But wait, all 4 of you in the camper.
Yeah,
That's going to be quite tight.
you know,
That's going to be.
I already
close.
shotgun not doing the
Yeah, I'm not doing the bathroom.
waste.
Tom can do that. Tom loves all
Tom's
that.
really good at that.
Loves all that.
But I love my cars. And I love historics. I love historics.
like-
I like
like
more
classic
than
cars?
modern cars.
What's your favourite car that you own?
My favorite car, my favorite, like the one that's meant the most to me, is probably my most proud car I'm most proud of is my Miura, Lamborghini Miura.
Very cool.
Beautiful car. I think one of the most beautiful cars ever made. That's the one I'm most like. That was my first. I mean, everyone has different things that they like.
Milestone.
But
That
that was
was
like
all you've made it
this was
for.
my first proper gift to myself of like I'm gonna spend a little bit of money and buy a very nice car. There's maybe a couple that I'm like I just have to. My Cobra, for instance.
You gotta get it, yeah.
I was like, I just want to drive. I have to drive it. I need to drive a Cobra, and I drove it into Silverstone, and I was like, yeah, this is the coolest thing
That's
ever.
So loud.
It is the loudest
It is
thing in
so
the world.
loud.
Really?
I think I'm deaf
You have
now
like a
because of it.
migraine after 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
but I do love my I grew up like liking cars. My dad loved them when he was younger, and yeah, when he was younger, he loved them and he had the passion for them. And now I almost get to share his love for cars. And we get to travel the world. And my dad, and my mum come to quite a few of the races, especially my dad. And now I kind of get to live his dream, I think, of when he was younger. Because him and his dad used to go to some of the races, or a few of the races, and they're like, "This is the coolest thing ever." So I think that's why my dad loves it so much, as he's always loved the cars, but now he gets to experience it kind of through me. So I think that's pretty cool for him.
he
But
loves it.
I think that on a smaller scale as well, like fathers and it's often fathers and sons, but I think
Yeah.
increasingly maybe fathers and daughters or mothers and daughters. Like I think cars are a really universal thing to share and enjoy, and it's for so many people it's such a passion.
Yeah.
And to be able to share, like I do that with my dad all the time.
Right.
Like we share that passion. He's much better at things than me, but actually
nice,
no, he
yeah.
crashes a lot more than me, so maybe I'm better. But I think it's really nice to share that. I think that's really
100%,
special.
Yeah.
Because he like my dad came to every single race for I don't know what, like 7 years,
Wow,
every single one.
that's commitment.
I think I saw your dad more than my dad in the karting years.
He did.
Like over the year.
Like he would drive us,
Yeah.
the first 4 or 5 years when he was just racing in the UK.
he was always there.
He would, you drive up to Scotland and you drive 5, 6, 7, 8 hour trips. So, yeah. my
Even
dad
now,
was
he still loves
committed
it at
to
the
that.
track. Like,
He still
sit
comes
with
on,
it.
like,
He's
most of the
always just
races.
buzzing around. He's like loving it.
He does love it.
That's so
Just
sweet.
great.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a couple of just like really weird?
Yeah.
They're not weird.
Are these the weird
They're,
ones?
they're not weird. They're just a bit
I'm
niche.
excited for this.
Have you ever sneezed in your crash helmet whilst racing?
I did actually the other week.
Was it scary?
Yeah. I mean, because you shut
Your
your
eyes closed. It's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
I think it was on the safety car.
Well, that's fine then.
That's
It
all right.
was. No,
Unless the guy in
because
front
it's-
brakes.
Yeah, because it was. I think when you were, I think it was Miami. It was safety car, and it was literally, I think it was Fernando's car was in the wall, and under safety car, and you're under double yellow, so you're going like super slow, you're super close to the guy, and when it's like you just feel it, you're like, and I'm like, oh my god, the car just behind you, because I also didn't just have the reaction to hit the brakes because you just shut your eyes, and I was scared I was going to get rear-ended. But I had it, yeah. I think it
you
was
were okay?
generally one of my first ever ones I had.
This is a full story for the FIA. Yeah.
Do you ever watch like really rubbish TV? Like really shit British TV?
Not really.
How can you call yourself a Brit? Do you still call yourself a Brit?
I don't watch TV.
Whatever.
I don't think I've ever watched you bang the TV on.
No, I've never just gone, yeah, I'm going to watch some TV.
I think we've only ever done it.
Really?
We've forced ourselves to like just chill out and watch something just
What about,
because we've been flat out the whole day and we like make ourselves, let's just watch this, try.
What about like the Bake Off? No?
No, I mean, when I go back to my parents' house, then, you know, we might all watch something like that.
That would really chill you out.
I genuinely don't think, right? So I moved out and I shared a place with another one of our friends, a guy called Sasha. I moved to Guildford when I was 16, 17. And we shared a place together. And we had the TV. I don't remember ever watching TV.
Really?
And since then, so 16, I don't think I've ever kind of turned on and just wanted to sit down and watch TV.
Wow.
Yeah, like 8 years, no TV.
Even when we lived together, we never really watched.
That's very grown up.
Rare.
Well, I just think I was into other things, gaming, and
I respect
We
that.
did a lot of that.
we did quite a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
ordering
It's like
cats
wake
and
up,
curries,
golf,
little Wagamama's
gaming,
cats and
wake up, golf,
curries.
gaming. That was a good routine.
I reckon that year I was probably the highest chicken katsu curry orderer,
Really?
consumer.
The house eventually just
Of
smelled
Wagamama.
of that. And that
I
Italian.
think we lived together for a little bit.
That Italian place, so that was.
Yeah, that was banging.
Okay, I have another question. Would you ever want to be a stunt driver?
No,
For example, James Bond.
no.
Why?
I just.
It would be you do donuts for a living.
I'm quite like things I would like to do and just things I wouldn't. And I think that's a problem because some things I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. But often those things that you don't want, like the things I don't want to do are the things that I'm grateful for doing after I've done them. That makes sense.
It's a bit complicated the way you just said that, but we'll go with
Quite
it.
deep answer. I'd do a bit of James
Like me,
Bond stunt
never.
driving.
I would never do
Why
skydiving.
not?
Never do skydiving. I would never. Why on earth would I want to jump out of a plane?
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
We'll do that at some point. Got it.
But the thing is, I will do it at some
Can you
point.
imagine how you feel after?
Yeah, but like,
Everyone says, I don't want to do it. They land and they're like, that's the best thing I've done.
No, that's
in
what
my
I
life.
mean.
but
And
that's
I'm
just
like, my mum
adrenaline.
did it. Like my sisters did it. But now I'm like, no chance. It just doesn't interest me. And I'd be too scared. I'm scared of heights.
Really?
I'm very scared of heights.
Okay, well maybe don't
Looking
do
at
that.
that plane.
Just another quick question. Did you play Mario Kart when you were little? Obviously.
Hell yeah.
What character were you?
I think I'm still the champion.
I bet you last.
No, you didn't.
Please don't fight.
I did.
When? Oh,
On the Wii.
I've
2 months ago.
you've been playing Wii for years still.
No, I haven't.
I've not touched a Wii
What?
remote.
I got
in
the Wii that
probably...
day.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we
no,
did. Yeah, we
you
did.
streamed for
Couple of days
hours of
before
it.
then. I actually played a bit of Mario Kart today as well.
Did you actually? How old are you?
Exactly.
No, I'm joking.
I think when we're playing the Wii.
Nothing wrong.
I don't think I
No,
played
it
the
was
Wii
on
for
Switch.
years and years and years.
Okay, can we go back to my question?
Yes.
What character were you?
So
I think this says a lot about a person.
really,
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Okay.
I was. Depends. The latest series, Cooper Trooper.
Interesting.
Yes.
Max?
I played as Yoshi or Shy Guy.
I was Yoshi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, my brother always saw Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Ollie was always Yoshi, so I never could take
Great
Yoshi.
character.
Would you have had Yoshi? Was that the one?
I do like green.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe he was always meant
On
to
the
be
Switch,
Yoshi.
you can choose the colour of him now.
Yeah, but in the
I
beginning,
played-
on like
You
on
love
you know,
Mario
on
Kart. I played
the,
as
on
Blue
the
Yoshi
DS,
today. I
the
played as
DS,
Blue
you
Yoshi.
couldn't. You didn't have any of these
No,
characters.
the Switch now, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it say about us being Yoshi players?
I don't know exactly, but I just know like
It's
if
like
you-
star signs.
Yeah,
What does
I
it
think
mean?
so.
I think Cooper Trooper is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's strange.
absolute freak.
Very
Yeah, never gonna go anywhere.
strange decision.
I think that's it for my weird questions. Oh wait, one more. Have you ever driven a Land Rover?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy a Land
have
Rover?
one.
Shut up. What do you have?
It's a really old one, but it's all been redone, and it's like my summer.
90 or 110? Big or small? He's got two
90,
cars,
90,
doesn't he,
90,
no?
90. It was
Yes.
90.
This one.
90 petrol.
How many seats in
V8?
the back again? Is it
Straight piped.
4 or 6?
Was 4, so I got
Like a bench,
it's
yeah.
all open, so I cut the roof off.
You just fell out the back of that.
Can put the front down. Yeah, Nardo grey in a blue leather interior.
It's not very Land Rover, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not
but
very classic. If you like it, you like it.
Who
That's fine.
cares?
I think that kind of brings us towards the end and the close, and we want to do a section on the podcast of a question that we ask every guest at the end, and it is, what is your first memory of motorsports? That first core memory that sticks out for you. Your journey, say, starts with that.
Wow. What was my first thing? First thing was playing, watching my dad play Gran Turismo.
Really?
Yeah. He used to be pretty freaking good, to be honest.
Did he have a wheel back then?
No, so he played on the control. I remember PS2. Like that was my first thing was watching my dad play Gran Turismo, which was cool. But I think where like it clicked, it ignited for me was I enjoyed playing it on the controller. I couldn't beat my dad at the beginning. And he genuinely, he used to do like 3-hour races and like crazy, 1,000 laps of Fuji or something. You're like, no chance am I doing this. So I think the competition almost started there, but I think where it clicked for me was eventually or somewhere we had a wheel and some pedals. I was 4 years old, no more than 4 for sure, and I remember like the little purple table is the little table next to my parents' bed. I'd shove all the stuff off and I'd put it in front of. I'd sit on the edge of the bed with on their TV. And pedals on the floor that I could barely reach. So that was like on some books and on a block. With my little feet. And then it was one that, you screw on the steering wheel and like you tape it on and everything. And then I did my first race. And I think when you plug in the wheel, traction control gets turned off. And we were trying to compete. We were trying to do this race and we couldn't do it. It was like, I can't remember what track it was. And we didn't know like that much about cars, but traction control got turned off, and then I won this race that you had to, you get a gold for, whatever. And I was like, this was my biggest achievement ever. That I got on the wheel and I unlocked it, and I remember my parents had like friends around, and I opened the window, Dad, I did it, and I won the race. And this is, I was like, oh, maybe I'm pretty good at driving. I was like 3-4 years old, so I don't think I maybe thought all of that, but I think that was my first moment of wheel pedals, and I think that was the moment it kind of clicked onto.
I like this.
That was my
something clicked.
That was my thing. Winning this race finally on Gran Turismo. Yeah, that was cool. So I think that was my first moment of realizing that I loved it and I really enjoyed, even though it was just a game. And then the other moment, I know I've gone into a few moments in. The other moment was the first time I went to something. And I remember I'm pretty sure it was after school on like a Friday night. It was Super One, a British Championship at Clay Pigeon in Yeovil. Clay Pigeon. And I think my dad took both my brother and myself there after school. I'm pretty sure I was in school uniform, blue uniform. And we went in and watched. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Amazing. Racing around. I was like, this is sick. And my dad went around like to see all the dads and people. Like, Dad, I really want to have a go. He went round to people and asked if they had any old stuff that they didn't want anymore, like they were throwing out. And we came away, because I was still probably 6 at the time. We came away, and I remember, I don't remember the name of the guy, and I had this blue suit, with all the stitchings on and everything. This blue suit was way too big for me. Considering this is coming from probably a 11-year-old or something, and I was 6, tiny. Suit was way too big. Boots, which were just I could fit 2 feet in one boot. but we came away with like kit, and then like every day at home I would want to put on this guy's suit and boots and like these massive gloves, and that was like I was a racing driver for a bit, and that was my first time like witnessing it, seeing it, going like, wow, I want to have a go, I want to try that, and that was a cool moment because that was like again another click, another kind of a thing that
almost the confirmation
set it off of like, well, I want to be, I feel like a racing driver.
And now you are one.
Now I am one.
You did it.
This is crazy.
Well done.
Did it?
Crazy to think of.
At least the suits fit
me
now.
then. I can picture some of these things so well. Me then, versus like and picturing, watching Formula One, Fernando, like Lewis, so like 07 then. It's like Fernando, Lewis, Jensen, like all of some of the coolest races that ever happened, and like, wow, that's so cool. I'm watching Formula One. I wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to watch some of these races, and now that's me.
And now you're beating them.
And I'm still racing against some of these guys. Are still racing.
They're still going.
Insane.
I just find it like it's so, it's such a crazy thought. I don't know. It's hard to like say in words that is now me. Like that's what I once never even thought was possible, and yeah.
Your debut weekend, did you have that moment of like you went out the pits and then Lewis is like right in front of you? You're like, that's Lewis.
Oh my God.
Like,
I
know you get more accustomed to it because you've been around the paddock.
Because under McLaren at the time was Fernando.
Yeah.
So I was still like I was still part of McLaren in Formula One ish, but I'm like,
you still have that little moment.
I was like, oh my God, he's fan. I'm sorry. I was still, and the thing is, I'm still maybe not quite as much like that because I've grown a bit, but I'm still like that. Like I'm still
Really?
like, wow, I'm racing Fernando and I'm racing Lewis.
So you still look up to them?
100%. Like even though you want to beat them more than any, like you just want to beat them and they're competition, and you have little squabbles, little fights every now and then, and you see some abuse to one another every now and then in the cool down rooms. Like I'm still like, man, it's just cool. I'm still racing Lewis, I'm racing Fernando and Seb, and like these are some of the greatest that have ever been in the sport, and I'm racing against them and I'm chatting with them, and I still, there's a lot of moments when I still feel like I'm just at home and I'm sitting on my sofa, or I'm not watching TV, but I'm just sitting on my sofa and I kind of have stuff's always going on in my head, but I'm like, man, I'm racing in Formula One against like the best guys in the world in this sport, but I still feel like I'm just another. I feel like I'm still like a guy that's just.
You don't feel like you're one of them.
Sometimes not.
But you are one.
Because I want to go and I still get home and we'll play some games on on the computer, and I go buy a few croissants from the local shop. Like I still do so many things that are just so normal.
But that's probably healthy to have that balance.
Yeah, but then but then you have fans. Like the thing that makes it feel so special and cool is the fans. But at the same time, I'm like, people sometimes, I'm so like when I'm just walking on the street at home, you're so like just listening to my music, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna get some food, and then someone shouts your name, and then that brings you back into like the world of like, oh, I'm a Formula One driver and those kinds of things.
Would you rather that there were no cameras and no nothing, you could just race every weekend?
No, because then I think it's not special. It's still special because you're doing it, but
the fans make
like Silverstone is, especially this year because I'm gonna have my own grandstand and stuff. But Silverstone, like when you just drive in and you see people wearing your name and your number, you're like, this guy's here because he wants me to win, or you want like, I just think that's it's such a cool thing, and those moments like I never get over. Like sometimes you forget a little bit. Well, I'm in Formula One and I'm, you're so enclosed in it, like we said at the beginning. But at the same time, I don't think I ever get used to the like people there supporting me. And I think like that's what makes it the coolest thing. I'm sure other sportsmen feel like it, but I don't know what other way of life you get that kind of feeling of, you know, people cheering for you and supporting you.
Yeah.
They make their effort to drive all the way down there because they want to shout your name. I think
like,
it's just
before we end,
it still blows my mind.
Touch on something similar. Obviously, this year Silverstone, you've got your own grandstand. Like, how does that
That's
feel?
nuts.
That whole
pretty
grandstand
nuts.
is
That is
yours.
absolutely nuts.
Like, how does that feel? Home race.
I just want to go and do like donuts in front of them.
You should at the end. But you don't want to be on the
No, I
way.
won't. I'll get a
Careful.
really big bollock. I'll get so told
Yeah,
off.
you have no fuel now, so well done.
I think it's a similar thing. It's crazy. I still find it crazy to think there's so many people that are there to support me. So I still feel like that normal guy. And then there's going to be all those thousands of people that are like there to support me. It's crazy. Yeah, the fans make. Fans are the reason we're doing this. Fans are the people. They make our sport run.
Yeah,
They are the reason for doing, you know, a lot of the things that we do in our life. Shout out to all of the wonderful, incredible fans.
And this is for them. Like this podcast.
This podcast is for them.
Yeah.
So we can get into these.
And by the way, this is not even our main podcast.
No, this is just the
This is
intro
our
to the podcast.
warm up.
This is just a warm up.
This is our
nothing.
This is before the green flag.
Yeah,
this is before the lights have gone out.
Little installation.
Yeah, so you wait, guys.
Yeah, so we look
yeah.
forward to obviously doing that with you later
do
in
I.
the year, end of the year.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty special and cool. Appreciate
We have to let the guys say what they want to know more about. Because here, I think we've answered quite a few, and we went into quite a few different topics.
Yeah.
But more if they want to know more about different things, you know.
When we did
And like
one-
more weird as
end
well.
of the year. End
Yeah.
of the year. We
Weirder
can
the
go
better.
I think next time
much deeper.
we don't even talk about Formula One.
Yeah, what is Formula One? I've literally never heard of it.
Yeah. All right,
like a
guys.
golf man.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you for
appreciate
being our
you,
first
Thanks
guest.
for coming on.
We
Thanks
appreciate it.
Thanks
you.
for letting me be a guest.
Good luck with the racing and stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of the year.